Hey guys, what's up? This is GaLm and welcome to another update video. Today is August 16th, at least in terms of me recording this, and we have a lot to talk about today. I've done this update video a few times now, and every time it's been like 15-20 minutes. I'm going to try to keep things a little bit more concise if I can manage, but let's go ahead and get this started. So we're going to do a little bit of a recap. If you've missed the last couple update videos, you should know that as of this moment, or at least during this month, I do not have a lot of time to record, and that is how come the amount of videos is significantly less than I usually would be able to put out. Usually when I don't have like a convention at the end of the month or at the beginning of the month, at both, I can record every day and generally try to get at least 4 to 6 Let's Play videos out, and then whatever amount of multiplayer videos out. Especially if shit's not happening, right? Like if bad things don't happen, like say crashing in The Witcher 3 or something, generally I can get a lot recorded, and it's really nice. But during this month, there's a lot going on. I had my girlfriend visiting from July 28th to August 15th. I took her back to the airport yesterday, but she came back before my birthday, and then she stayed all the way through when we went to RTX, and then a little bit afterwards, and so I wasn't really able to record during that time. Now, normally with conventions, they're pretty spaced out, but RTX this year happened in August rather than July, so now it's kind of like PAX Prime is right around the corner, and I am going there. I already booked a flight, and I'm very interested to get a chance to play games there, since RTX isn't really for games, it's more like just chilling out with friends and meeting fans, which I met a lot of fans of RTX, and that was really cool, but we'll talk more about that some other time. I have to do RTX, I have RTX videos that I need to kind of edit, so we'll see what ends up happening, because I still want to record, but I'm also gonna have to edit, but let's talk about other things. So PAX Prime is in a little bit. It is happening between August 27th and August 31st, and I'm gonna be flying out there on August 28th. I'm going to be flying there on August 26th, so that way I have a couple of extra days to check out Seattle, especially since I'm actually going to be leaving PAX Prime a little bit earlier, because of the fact that literally the day after PAX Prime ends, Metal Gear Solid 5 and Mad Max comes out, which we'll talk about in a little bit, but oh boy. I've got a lot of stuff on my plate, and considering that I only have pretty much 7 days not until the 26th, obviously, that's 10 days, but until my cutoff period, I'm generally, I obviously have to edit and render and upload stuff, so pretty much around the 22nd, 23rd, it's going to be my cutoff period. I'm going to be sitting down focusing on editing and rendering and uploading and scheduling everything and making sure everything isn't somehow messed up in some kind of awful, catastrophic way. Like say I'm putting up part 179 of The Witcher 3 on the same day as part 160 or something. That would suck. Especially while I'm away at a convention. But that's my time period. That's what I've got right now, so that's recapped. And the next few months are going to be interesting, because I have a lot of games coming out, and we're going to have to enter a little bit of a mode, or not really a mode, but we're gonna have to enter an area that I don't usually try touching too much, and that is an area where I'm recording multiple Let's Plays at the same time. Obviously not literally at the same time, I'm not 2 people, so I can't record one game and then have another me in another room recording another game. No, what I mean is, usually when I play Let's Plays, when I do Let's Plays, I focus down on them, right? And for most games, that works out, because most games aren't like 70 plus hours like The Witcher 3 has been. Most games are like 5 to 10 hours. If we're lucky, it's really good and it's 15 to 20 hours. Like The Last of Us, that was 18 hours. That was really nice. I really like The Last of Us. But we have a lot of open world games coming out, and it is probably impossible for me to focus down on these games and finish them in a really, really timely manner at the same time as getting to the other games as fast as possible. So what we're going to do, at least what I think I'm going to do, is we're going to be having multiple Let's Plays going up, which, I've done in the past, but I try to avoid recording multiple Let's Plays at the same time for personal reasons. I don't like going back and forth between games in the middle of Let's Playing them, because it's kind of like marathoning 3 different shows You know, like I watch an episode of Breaking Bad and shit's going down, we got meth and crime and stuff going down, and then literally immediately afterwards, I go and watch Adventure Time. And then after that, I go and watch Dexter. And then we go back to Breaking Bad. And it's that weird thing where, yeah, you can do it. It's not impossible. In fact, most people marathon shows. A lot of people marathon through games, going back and forth to whatever they feel like. But as a Let's Player, it kind of puts me in different mindsets, right? I want to be in a consistent mindset so I can always be like, yeah, I'm Geralt of Rivia, I'm hunting down monsters and meeting up with chicks, but not really because I love Yennefer, whatever. And then I don't like immediately jumping from that to, okay, I'm Mad Max, I'm in the desert in the apocalypse and I'm whacking people in the face with pipes and shit. It's different things. Now, thankfully, tonally, I think that the games aren't really that different. Obviously, they're very violent games, dark things going, especially Metal Gear Solid 5. A lot of the stuff that was learned from Ground Zeroes is kind of fucked up. So I'm expecting more of that in Phantom Pain, but ooh, oh boy. So the next couple of months, what's going to be going on is I'm going to be doing probably what we've been doing so far, which is 2 parts a day of a Let's Play. So what that means is there's going to be 2 parts of The Witcher 3, 2 parts of Mad Max, and 2 parts of Metal Gear Solid 5 going up at the same time, at least once I have stuff recorded. It's going to take me a couple of days to get either of those recorded in any kind of competent manner, but once we get started, I think it'll be nice. In fact, I might even do something where, like, I record only 1 game on a day, right? So that way I can still do my thing of focusing down on something, but at the same time get it out of the way as fast as possible. I think I just went really redundant there. Okay, so let me rephrase. All right, so say I record like 6 to 8 hours of The Witcher 3 one day, and then the next day I record 6 to 8 hours of Mad Max, and the day after that 6 to 8 hours of Metal Gear Solid. So that way I don't have that really weird feeling where I'm jumping from game to game in the same day, but I can still get the same feeling that I get when I'm focusing down on a game and I'm really getting in the mood for it and just continuing on. I think that's generally my point. But yeah, that's what the next few months are going to be. There's tons and tons of games coming out. I'm looking at my notebook here of notable releases, at least for like AAA stuff. There are a few indie games obviously coming out here and there, but I don't have anything on my notebook at the time. I know Skyhill, that game I previewed a while ago, is coming out on October 6th. I think that was the date. It's coming out in October. But we're going to be focusing down on our AAA games, guys. We've been pretty bad this year in terms of checking out multiple games because there's just been so many open world games, and I have so many other open world games I need to get to that it's been kind of frustrating. You know, like we have The Witcher 3, and then we haven't started Batman because I had to delay that. Batman Arkham Asylum, all these games are open world. Assassin's Creed, that's another open world game. It's frustrating to have so many open world games because that means that they're at the very least 20 to 30 hours per Let's Play, and if they're longer, then oh god. Now thankfully, I don't think Mad Max is going to be one of those Let's Plays that's super long. I don't know how much content is in it, but I generally always have the assumption that these games are going to be like 20 to 30 hours, unless there's a lot to it. Then maybe it'll be a lot longer. You know, like Fallout 4, I'm hoping that's going to be a really long Let's Play. I'm looking forward to that actually being a long Let's Play. I wasn't expecting Witcher 3 to still be going on by the middle of August, but here we are. But let me actually give you guys a list of the games that are coming out. Since people are going to be like, oh, GaLm, are you going to check out this game? And the answer is probably yes. And if not immediately, then eventually, unless it's something that's really not up my alley. You know, like racing games, I'm not a big fan of racing games, unless it's something like Mario Kart or Blur, where you can fuck around with friends, and it's funny like that. So, let me look at this. Alright, so we have, in August, we have Zombi, which is the ZombiU port that's coming to PC, and the next-gen consoles, Xbox One and PS4. That's coming out August 18th. I kind of actually want to play that. That might be one of those first games that I check out at the same time. We can test the water with it, with The Witcher 3 and it going up at the same time. And then Until Dawn is coming out August 25th. That is a horror game coming out on the PS4. I'm not sure what I want to do with that, because I do actually want to play that game, but it's coming out the day before I go to PAX, so maybe I'll do it and do like 1 a day, right? Rather than 2 a day, I can do 1 a day. So that way when I get back, I'm not like freaking out going, I need to get 2 more parts for tomorrow for Until Dawn. I need to record another hour. Oh boy. Yeah, so that's another game I want to play. And then Mad Max Metal Gear Solid 5 are coming out September 1st. Definitely gonna be playing those. I think we're gonna start off with Metal Gear Solid 5. Mad Max will be delayed for a few days just because I want to get Metal Gear Solid 5, the ball rolling on that. And then we'll jump into Mad Max. Taken King. Destiny the Taken King expansion is coming out September 15th. Ooh. Right. I have to do the Destiny House of Wolves stuff. I haven't done that. I said I wanted to do it when it came out, but there was just so much shit going on around that time that I didn't get a chance to. But I at the very least want to do the House of Wolves stuff before the Moment of Triumph stuff goes away. So that means the Moment of Triumph stuff, which basically you get like a cool emblem if you accomplish certain things in Destiny, that ends like on September 8th. So sometime before September 8th, I want to stream all of the House of Wolves content. So you can expect that, and then obviously the Taken King stuff, I want to do that as well. But first I want to make sure that I have all the other stuff. And then October is actually going to be kind of lax. But one thing that some people might be a little bit disappointed in, continuously disappointed in, I might delay the Assassin's Creed Syndicate Let's Play. Because I haven't done Rogue yet, I haven't done Unity yet. Rogue is kind of one of those games where maybe I won't do it, but it's probably better if I do it. So with all these other fucking open world games, if there weren't any other open world games coming out in September, I would be doing Assassin's Creed Syndicate in October. But there's a bunch of stuff coming out in September. And then we even have another open world game coming out shortly afterwards in November. We have Fallout 4 coming out November 10th. So there's too much. There's too much. So we're going to delay the Assassin's Creed things, and then we're going to marathon them. And you know what? We'll probably do something where like we do Assassin's Creed and Batman at the same time, just like we're going to be doing Mad Max, Metal Gear Solid 5, and The Witcher 3 at the same time. Just because, now, I kind of got ahead of myself. I will definitely be doing Halo 5 Guardians because I'm really hyped up for Halo 5. I mean, God, there's so much shit going on in Halo 5. We're finally meeting I'm about to like splurge with like nerdiness here, but fucking we have the Spartan 2s, that the Master Chief was always hanging out with in the books. They're coming into Halo 5. We get to meet them, we get to hear them, maybe even get to see their faces and stuff. It's gonna be cool, it's gonna be awesome. And then Nathan Fillion's there too, and Nathan Fillion is just fucking awesome, okay? Alright, he's in Halo 5. Pretty excited about these things. So yeah, definitely playing Halo 5. Oh, Rainbow Six Siege is coming out October 13th. I actually do want to have some multiplayer series going up during all of this. And so we might put Splatoon on the back burner, kind of like how Evolve is a little bit on the back burner, just because there's so many things coming out, and I actually really do. I'm really hyped up for all these games that are coming out for their multiplayer. Rainbow Six Siege, definitely want to play that for multiplayer. Halo 5 Guardians, definitely want to play that for multiplayer. Black Ops 3 is coming out November 6th, and I actually really want to play the zombies, although that's something that will end up relying on other people. So if you don't see a lot of zombies, blame them, because I'm always around for shit. Star Wars Battlefront, that's coming out November 17th. That is another game that I want to do a lot of multiplayer on, and that has like a co-op and PvP. Oh my god, guys, you don't get it. For like the last year or so, I've been staring at my Steam list for like games I want to play, and there's really not much there. For, you know, it's either stuff that's really old and dead, or games that are frustrating hell. And like Evolve, I've stopped playing that as much because it's got a lot of bugs, and every time I play it, I usually get really annoyed for something. Either people aren't talking and I'm bored out of my mind, or I'm playing super stressful games because people suck, or I'm playing Monster and they're super good because, but yeah, I think that Rainbow Six Siege, Halo 5, and Star Wars Battlefront will be games that are pretty casual to play, or, well, not really casual. Siege is probably going to be very stressful. And Halo 5, I raged a good bit at the beta, so I can imagine myself raging a good bit in the main game as well, for multiplayer. But those are still games I think will be easy to just kind of go, alright, I want to play some Halo 5 today, just pick it up and play, and then put that out one part a day for each of those series. So we'll see what ends up happening with that. So the primary thing, our end goal for a lot of this is to have all of my Let's Plays, all of the ones I really care about, done by the time Fallout 4 comes out. And we're going to see what ends up happening, because these games are probably going to take a while to do. And I don't think I'm going to get a chance to do absolutely everything I wanted. Like, I wanted to play Fallout New Vegas again, because there's a lot of stuff that I didn't actually get to touch on. Mostly the DLC. I never touched any of the DLC in Fallout New Vegas, and I've heard a lot of great things about them. Never played them. So I wanted to play that before Fallout 4 came out, because it's going to be weird if I play Fallout 4 and then go to New Vegas, but I think that I'm not going to have enough time. I mean, I know that it's pretty far away, months away, but if I think about how we have The Witcher 3 going up, and that's like, you know, over 150 parts already, Fallout 4 or Fallout New Vegas, probably going to be like that, and I don't think we're going to have enough time, but yeah. Other stuff coming out, Rise of the Tomb Raider. I'm going to wait for that to come out on PC. It is coming out on Xbox November 13th. Just Cause 3, December 1st. That's a game I'm going to wait to play. Hitman, probably another game I'm going to wait to play, but we'll see. I mean, Hitman, if they do it right, it's not going to be like an open world game. It's going to be assassinations, and it'll be in its own confined spaces, and probably be a lot faster to finish off than other things. But yeah, that's pretty much most of the year. Not considering playing other stuff like stuff with the Derp Crew, playing more Mario Kart or Monopoly and shit like that, or betas for stuff like The Division's getting a beta on Xbox in December, and then a PC and PS4 beta a little bit later on, and then it's actually coming out March 8th. Happy about that. We're gonna get ahead of ourselves. So yeah, that's the gist. I'm gonna be playing as much as I can. I'm not gonna make any promises, except that I'm going to be trying my best. You know how things can end up happening. I'm like, yeah, I want to do all these things, and then shit happens. But I'll try my best to avoid said shit happening. You know? But some stuff is out of my control, right? Like crashing in The Witcher 3, that can generally kind of put a big hamper in things. Or crashing in general can kind of put a big hamper in things. And considering that we're going to be playing 3 PC games, we're going to hope we don't have that many issues with drivers. Because there are times where I can record for an entire day and nothing goes wrong. And there are times where I can try recording and within like 30 minutes, whoop, I crash, and I spend the rest of the day trying to salvage that footage. And it sucks. But yeah. So you guys can expect over the next few months, you can expect multiple Let's Plays to be going up a day once I have everything recorded. I'm actually kind of excited about the general idea of it. I don't like putting out only 2 parts of a Let's Play a day, because I think that takes a very fucking long time to end up putting it up. But we've been in such a trouble spot for so long, and doing The Witcher 3 for so long, that fuck it, you guys are gonna get your multiple Let's Plays, even if it means that we end up having Metal Gear Solid 5 and Mad Max and Witcher 3 going on for fucking like pretty much all of September and October and November. Although with that said, if I get super far ahead of myself in that content, then I'll put up more than 2 parts a day for each of those Let's Plays. So if I'm super far ahead of myself in Mad Max, I'll put up 3 or 4 parts. If I'm super far ahead of myself with Metal Gear Solid 5, I'll put up 3 or 4 parts a day. Same thing with Witcher 3. But we'll see. I'm trying to kind of keep a mindful mind. I'm trying to keep an open mind about things, because I have a problem where I try to focus down on stuff and I don't really take my health into consideration too much, and that's bad. I try to rush everything out as fast as possible, unless it's like multiplayer stuff, because multiplayer stuff for me is like filler, but Let's Play stuff, I'm trying to get that out as fast as possible, and that can generally end up with me not having content, not really having a backlog. So we're gonna be careful. I want to make it so that way I can record a bunch and end up having like a week worth of content at least, and that way it can kind of be this nice backlog building of, hey, we have consistent content for fucking like the next 3 to 4 weeks, and that would allow me to do other stuff at the same time, such as those multiplayer series that I've been wanting to play, or you know, meaning to get around to. So trying to keep in mind about that stuff, especially the health part. I want to start at least after PAX Prime, probably not before PAX Prime, because I got shit to do. So we're going to keep the norm. But a little bit after PAX Prime, and maybe after the Destiny stuff, I want to start taking my health into consideration, because I'm 22 and I'm not healthy at all. I wake up, I eat like a big fast food, or one big fast food meal, and then that's it. That's it for the rest of the day. I don't eat anything else. Maybe a little bit of a light snack, like these healthy almond nuts. but I don't really do much besides that. So I think that's bad, obviously, because you're supposed to eat like multiple times a day. It's supposed to be small portions for each of those meals. But I'm just kind of like overloading myself with food and then just fucking sitting in my chair all day, when obviously I should eat healthy, exercise more. So we'll see what happens. We have a lot of shit to do. It's overwhelming, just kind of thinking about it, but oh well, you know, we'll get around to it. And yeah, thanks for listening. If you've gotten this far, this 20 minutes of rambling and pretty much telling you, yeah, we're going to be doing Let's Plays and hoping for the best. But we'll see what ends up happening. For now, thanks for listening. I will see you guys later.